All right, it's Hello Again Wednesday, number 35, and I was just kind of having some problems there with what was going on. I do see that things are going to be coming up now. It is Hello Again Wednesday, number 35, and I'm going to let me get to my notes here. So I'm going to stick to the course here, just a little bit worn out. Some things I'm doing around the church here. I am in my office, and it is Hello Again Wednesday, number 35. We are so blessed. I do know that it was Bill Gaither wrote a song many years ago, and he wrote a song called We Are So Blessed. This Sunday, if all goes well, which I do believe it is, I'm going to be doing a sermon about the blessed life. And so today I'm going to ask that question, are you blessed? That's the question of the day. I'll even close out with that question of the day, are you blessed? There's a couple of lines in that song that I mentioned with Bill Gaither, We Are So Blessed. And I know last week I was doing videos. I like to do videos a lot, but I'm just going to just say the lines. There's just a couple I just wanted to talk about or say. When we were empty, you fill us till we overflow. Think of that blessed thought. Man, to be overflowed. That's so cool. When we were hungry, you feed us and cause us to know. Another cool area of lines are this. We are so blessed by the things you have done. That's meaning God. The victories we've won and what you've brought us through. I really like that song. It's an old song. It does make me think of the 8 tracks with my dad a lot. I know I've said this before, and that's what it does. But right now, I want to talk about are you blessed? I'm going to go with a few things because in most cases, when you talk about blessings, I believe that we need to step back. We need to ponder the question of being blessed, especially to get maybe even a better understanding of the blessings that you have. How blessed is your life? Another song that, and I'll go into the church with this, that is well remembered for me and my upbringing, and that's a song called Count Your Blessings. Count your many blessings. Name them one by one. We used to do those on a Sunday night especially. That was kind of like the testimony song. We would pause in between verses and allow people to talk about the blessings of their life in their testimonies. So count your blessings, name them one by one. I'm just going to name a few here. On last Wednesday for Hello Again Wednesday, I told you I was going to go into surgery the next morning. I did get bumped with neurosurgeons and with any kind of surgeon. Sometimes if there's emergencies and stuff, your time slot gets bumped. My time slot got bumped quite a bit toward the end of the day on Thursday. I did have surgery on the top part of my spine. I've had problems for quite a few years, and so in the care of a great doctor, this is a blessing. He either shaved down by the 5-6 vertebra area, or he removed a piece at the back of it to allow more room for my nerve that goes to, especially to my arm. And so in a blessing, yes, I believe it was successful. Maybe not 100% yet. It's hard to tell these things at the moment. I mean, I am still in recovery from Thursday, but I have just a tiny little bit of tingling in my thumb and forefinger. The pain that was raping through my arm is not there, but just a little bit of tingling. So I do have, and as I'm trying to concentrate on what's going on and stuff, I do have pain racing across my shoulder blades. That's pretty big. But I'm sure that is due to, it's like a 4 or 5 inch incision on the back of my top part of my spine that required 9 staples. And so I might talk about those staples in just a minute. on another section. But you know, I was blessed. I'm blessed. I've been waiting for some relief. Relief is coming my way. I am blessed. So for me, I'll just go back to that Thursday. I was blessed from the time I walked into the hospital. Connie and I walked into the hospital, and I was greeted by a very friendly admissions employee. Um, she was kind of funny, and we were able to laugh about a few things, and even to it was just so, oh, I know what it was. We got to one point during the questions, and she goes, you know, if you can you sign this saying that you'll pay the bill if there's ever a problem? And I go, oh, you're that lady. And she started laughing. No, don't shoot the messenger now. These are just the things that we have to ask and stuff. And so there are some things that we were joking about. That was one of them in my head. It's always funny when they're always asking for money. But we were laughing at that, and enjoy that. And then I sat down for just a few moments, and then all of a sudden they called me in, and that was the last I was able to see Connie because she couldn't stay. And so I went into the pre-op. And so we're in there. I was blessed. Ready? I was blessed with a surgical gown that was a blessing. And you're going to say, well, how is that? I worked in a hospital. I've seen these gowns many a times, but not this one. This one you put on, and then it actually wrapped all the way around you back to the front, and you tied it in the front as well as on the top. And I thought, wow, this is the most modest surgical gown I have ever seen. Because you know the ones I'm talking about, the ones where you put it on, you always need a double because the back end is wide open. There's nothing modest about what's walking down the hall with those old gowns. And they do still have them. But man, I was blessed with this one wraparound gown. I felt really good. I did. I felt good with that gown. And then I was blessed with a great team of pre-op nurses from the very beginning to describing what needed to be done, where to put my stuff. And this is even as shift change is soon to be coming. This is how late in the day it was. Shift change was soon to be coming, and they still performed on a great level. And then after in pre-op, they were always asking the same questions, but man, they were always on it. Let me know I'm not forgotten, because I did even get bumped from another time frame. But man, they were just really good in that pre-op surgical area. And then I got to meet, obviously, everyone that was involved with the surgery, from the surgery nurses to the anesthesiologist. And, of course, the surgeon comes and talks to you and stuff. And everybody gets marked up to do it in the right spot. And so I felt blessed by that. I met someone that was, of course, I never had a nerve surgery. But I met this one lady who was a nerve specialist. What she was going to do is she was going to poke me with needles that were hooked up to something so she could monitor what my nerves were doing during the surgery. And so that was new. But, man, they were really great. In fact, going in from that pre-op room, I was finally going to go into the surgery room, and the anesthesiologist came in and he shot me up. And I can remember leaving the pre-surgery room and to go into this hall to just turn into an operating room. And I don't even know why I was joking. I was joking with the anesthesiologist. He was laughing. And the next thing I know, operating room door opens, and that's the last thing I remember. A couple of things. I felt sorry because they had this big guy now that they were going to have to dead weight pick up and flip over because the surgery required me to be on my stomach, and I was gone. I was out. One other thing that I was blessed with that I thought before going into the operating room, I'm sitting there with the nurse that was going to be in there, the surgical nurse, and I just was joking with her. She was saying some things, another guy and stuff, and we were kind of joking around, and I go, you know what? Because this is how it hit me in my head. 3 years ago, I had surgery, sinus surgery. They opened up all my sinus cavities, all of them. And then they discovered I had a broken nose, so they were going to do a nose job repair too at the same time. Well, at that time, I was in pre-op, and they hook up before you go into surgery. They always check your heart, so they hook you up to that EKG. And at that time, when they hooked me up, talking with Connie and someone else, they're doing the dot things, and then I wake up, and there's like 6 people just hovering over me frantically, and I had fainted. Yes, I fainted, and it freaked them out that I had fainted at that time. So I'm in this new surgery area doing pre-op, and in my head the whole time I'm saying to myself, this is pretty good. You know why? Because I have not fainted yet. And they came in and they did the EKG, and then now I'm talking with my surgical nurse, just about ready to have the anesthesiologist shoot me up and go in. And I joked with her. I said, you know what? Years ago, I told this story and says, man, I'm just kind of happy I have not fainted. And she looks at me, she goes, you know, I'm really happy you haven't fainted either. So I was blessed by not fainting going into the surgery room. Okay, so now I do the surgery late in the day. I wake up in recovery pretty quick, I think. You know, it's like, you ever had that where, wow, you wake up? And so I woke up in surgery, and as I'm waking up in surgery, I'm sitting there I'm in the recovery room, and as I'm in the recovery room, the nurses are seeing how well I'm doing. I'm coming to really good. I get a drink of water and stuff like that. Things are moving pretty fast, and they look at the clock and they go, they already know I'm going to be admitted. It's so late in the day. I've already been admitted in. I have a room ready for me for an overnight stay. And they were nice enough to call the cafeteria and actually get me a plate of food in the surgical recovery room. So I ate there. And so I was blessed. I hadn't eaten all day. It was so nice that they did that. And I don't know if it was because of the medicine and the painkillers I was on, but that food was pretty good. And so I enjoyed it. And I was blessed to have had a meal that day. And so then staying overnight, I'll say this, you know, I was up most of the night, didn't hardly sleep at all until about 4 o'clock. I think I dozed off for an hour, but on the surgical floor, the nursing staff was phenomenal. Even during their shift change, I had gone up and it was during a shift change, met my new nursing staff. Everything was going very well. They were so good. It's that Long Beach Memorial. If you don't like the hospital, that's all right. They did me so well, start to finish. Very happy. They were so good. Maybe it was because I was not a troublemaker, but I was a good patient. But they were so good. And then I go home, and then I'm blessed with this. I'm blessed with a great family. I come home on Friday afternoon. In fact, you know what? As I was leaving the hospital, they even gave me lunch. You know what? Even though they knew I was leaving, they were so on top of taking care of me. And so I go home to a blessed family who did very well to make sure that I did not do the things that I usually do. And I don't know about you guys, but you'll be shocked that you'll start doing things that you know, you shouldn't be doing after surgery. And that was some of the lines Connie was giving me. You do realize you have just had surgery. Yes, I do. Thank you. And I have enjoyed the easy chair. I did so much resting and stuff, sitting in the recliner. They gave me the most phenomenal ice pack to take home. And it was, you know, you get some of these like, oh, this is what I got. No, this one is so cool. Got a nice, not velvet, but just a comfortable outer casing. You stick these ice things in there. They're like gel, and man, they just fit on your neck so good. It's so nice. And so I did a lot of that resting due to my family. I was blessed with a great church staff, all the way from my family members that played in the worship, to those that did the production. There's a production that's involved in making sure it's on Facebook, it's on our website, stuff like that. They did phenomenal, making sure we're on our conference call still. They did phenomenal. And of course, my associate pastor, Pastor Mark, who filled in the shoes. I talked to him earlier. I said, you know what, this is happening. I'm finally going to have surgery. So I'm not sure how Sunday will go. Would you be ready to preach on Sunday for me, please? And on Wednesday before, I said, hey, Pastor Mark, I will do the prayer. I'll do the welcome. So you're not having to do everything. I'll feel good enough for that. Little did I know, my head is way bigger than my recovery mode. And so on Sunday, I still needed to recuperate. And so they all filled in and did such a phenomenal job. I'm blessed because of that. Was not a care in the world for me as I was able to rest and recover. On Tuesday, Connie went to a meeting and told everyone, guess what Brent did on Monday? Yes, I did. So it's out here. I went to the water park at Six Flags on Monday. I did not drive to the water park. I did not ride rides at the water park. I did cool off. I can walk, so I did do the lazy river one time, and I cooled off, and I did not let my incision get wet at all. In fact, I was one of those people that, usually I just wear my swimsuit all day at Six Flags, but I kept a shirt on. I was probably self-conscious. I didn't want anyone to see the staples and stuff. I was self-conscious, and so I made sure that I was cooled off. I didn't get my incision wet. I sat at the edge of the wave pool where water barely splashed on me, got cooled that way. As the kids rode the rides, I sat in a lawn chair in the shade, pretending to read a book. And when I say that, it's because I was going to read this one small book. I'm terrible at reading. I mean, I can read, but I'm terrible at concentrating at reading. So I had this small book that I'm like, man, I really want to talk about this. And so I fantastically read 2 pages of a very, very small book and rested the rest of the time. So I was blessed. I went to Six Flags and I rested. That was part of my, I didn't have to think of nothing, no phone calls or anything like that. And you know what? Six Flags, we have a dining pass. They have this mobile app. We're starting to master that avenue of mobile apping the dining pass. So you know what? Guess what? I did not have to stand in line for food. My phenomenal family mobile ordered for me and then went and picked it up for me immediately. And so I dined and rested at Six Flags, and then someone drove me back. But you know what? I enjoyed the last thing of the day was a cup of ice cream. That was my snack with some fresh strawberries covered over it or something like that. And you know what? I sat eating that. And so Monday was a lot of resting, and I actually enjoyed it. So I'm sure that there are things that you are blessed with. I just rattled off a few for a few minutes here. Are you blessed? Is your life blessed? Man, I'm tired, and that's probably why I'm going so long this time. Are you blessed? Do you have a blessed life? One of the songs I had mentioned, before I say the song, most of all, I am blessed with Connie. Connie is my rock. Connie is, even with whatever she goes through. You know what? There's, of all the things said, could never say enough about the blessing of Connie. There's many others in my life. You heard some of them, but Connie's number one. Okay, besides God. Okay, which gets me to this. I mentioned the song "Count Your Many Blessings," a song that is sung with testimonies and stuff like that. One of the lines is a deep line. It really is, and it's "Count your many blessings, name them one by one, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done." Are you blessed? Do you have a blessed life? Go ahead, write the comments I would love to read the comments. I have a blessed life, Brent. This is what's so great about my life. This is the great things that have taken place within my life. This is how I'm blessed. I'm going to share this. Go ahead and write those down in the comments. If you see this on YouTube, go ahead and write them in those comments. If you see them on our website, go ahead and hit the email and send us just writings of your blessings. I would love to hear how you're a blessing. It is Wednesday. Pray for me and I will pray for you, okay? And as on Wednesdays, we do have our Bible study at 4 p.m. downstairs. And so we will be in the book of Exodus. Pastor Marks does a phenomenal job leading us through this. And we do Zoom that. I know people are joining. I am so grateful for those who join our Zoom to be a part of our congregation of study. You know what? So no matter where you're at, you can really delve into some things that are taking place within the scriptures, some truth. And so thank you for joining those. Thank you for those who are live that join us down there. Okay. Hey, if you can't join our Bible study, why don't you hook up, or any of the conversations that we have, why don't you hook up? Check out a church near you. It is probably filled with many blessed people that would love to share their blessings with you. So for me, I will see you next Wednesday on Hello Again Wednesday. Let's see if I can get this correct now. That's funny. I'm not seeing if that's going to do my my video transfer. There it is, maybe.